Good morning. I am Pastor Diane Krauser. I'm pastor at Trinity Lutheran Church in Palmer, Alaska. Today is Sunday, March 22nd, 2020, and I would like to share with you our illustrative moment for kids ages 0 to 99. This morning we hear a story in our gospel readings about Jesus healing a man who has obviously been blind since he was born. If you don't know the story, I invite you to find a Bible and read it. If you have an easy-to-read Bible or Common English Version Bible or something else that puts it in everyday English, that would be the easiest. It's found in John chapter 9, verses 1 through 44. In the story, Jesus and his disciples were out walking, and the disciples noticed a man sitting on the side of the road begging, who obviously couldn't see. He had been born blind. And his disciples asked Jesus, why? Why was this man born blind? Did he sin? Did his parents sin and this is punishment? And Jesus says, no, that's not what happened. But because of it, God will be glorified through what happens next. And the story says Jesus knelt down on the ground, gathered a little bit of dirt together, spit in it, made mud, put it on the man's eyes, and then told him to go wash in a pool called Siloam. The man went and did it, and afterwards he could see. Now that sounds pretty strange to us, doesn't it? To use mud to make someone to see? I would hope if you need help for a medical reason, maybe you've cut yourself or you've gotten hurt or you're sick, that you use all the resources we have now, doctors and nurses and medicine, and if you get cut, to wash the wound and use a Band-Aid of some kind to keep it clean. But Jesus didn't have any of those things. And in their day, they did use mud to cover wounds because it sealed in the wound and covered it up. I brought some mud today. I had to go look for it. We have lots of snow yet and can't find mud on the ground, but I went out to the greenhouse and scraped out some pots. Now it also says in scripture that Jesus spit in his mud. I didn't do that. I used a little bit of water from the faucet. But if you take that mud and you have no other way to cover a wound, that will cover it, and it will seal it, and it will keep it from breaking open and bleeding over and over again if you need to do that while you're out in the wilderness. But like I said, here, please use a Band-Aid and something to clean it with, some soap and water. But what I do want you to think about is that Jesus used the medical tools he had for his day. But that wasn't all that happened. He also asked the man to go to a special place called the Pool of Siloam, a place where God and people met, a holy place, and asked the man to go and wash there. He asked the man to believe him. He asked the man to do something, to follow his directions, to act in faith. And I think Jesus asks those same things of us today. Use our medical tools. Use all that science has given us, but also to act in faith. Coming to those holy places that we have, whether they're in our homes, whether they're in our churches, whether it's whenever 2 or 3 gather in God's name, and to there be faithful in prayer, in song and worship, gathering via internet or other ways these days, but to act out our faith, so that faith is not something in our heads, but something we live out in our lives. The man went and washed. And then he told everybody about it. He kept being asked, how did this happen? And over he said, Jesus made some mud, put it on my eyes. He told me to go and wash. I did, and now I see. We too can tell others about the good things that Jesus has done for us. Act out your faith. Please remember that. Now will you pray with me? Dear Jesus, thank you for loving me and calling me to be your child. Help me to live and act out my faith. Amen. Go in peace and serve the Lord. Thanks be to God.